inside, make sure that it's nice and decorated. Then we have your title page. Please be creative with it. Name, date, and hour can go in the lower corner. I know it's kind of different, but I just want it in the lower corner. Make sure you have your table of contents. Then your dear reader. Genre 1 through 5. Please do not put like genre 1, genre 2, genre 3, because that would be kind of annoying. And I just want you to do this. Instead, you're going to put whatever stories or names it is. Like if it's just the newspaper itself is fine. You don't have to put genre 1, newspaper. I talked to you guys about having everything double spaced, but then as Tyler helpfully reminded me, it looks kind of dumb to double space your newspaper. So don't double space your newspaper. You can double space diary entries, dear reader stuff. You can do autobiographies. Any of that stuff should be double spaced, but stuff like, what's up? Yeah, absolutely. That would help the school's budget if you want to print it at home, absolutely. And then you have endnotes, bibliography, which we're going to talk about in 2 seconds, and then self-assessment. Make sure for your self-assessment you guys write out all the questions. And when we print, make sure that we're printing on only one side, just because it's going to look a lot neater. But again, make sure we do not print until we have the approval of me or Ms. Ward, so we're not wasting the entire forest. Okay, questions, comments, concerns about this part of it, formatting. We're going to talk about the bibliography together. And then after that, you guys have the rest of the time to work. I'm going to warn you, formatting takes a long time. A lot of our first hour, they didn't get to print because they had to finish up self-assessment or endnotes, which realistically should have been done by the time they got in here. But a lot of them didn't have time to print because formatting takes a long time. So please be aware of that. Let's go over bibliography real quick. What's that playing? What's formatting? Is that a real question?
What do you mean by formatting?
I'm just kidding, I'm teasing. Formatting, so, like, a lot of your guys' stuff is not double spaced. So double spacing would be formatting. Yeah. Or like a lot of you guys have stuff that's on 12 different Google Docs that you might have to go to one Google Doc. Or your headings, like stuff like that would be formatting. Okay, so let's talk about formatting a little more. Okay, so everyone open up your Google Docs. Computer. I don't know why I don't have a computer.
Do I have any or just the new black man?
Yeah.
Or really? So if you have not heard, I tweeted out yesterday, but I super said it. Piper Kermit is speaking at Fountain Street Church on March 7th. Free! Free!
I got very excited yesterday when I found out. Like,
Absolutely better than $100.
You just have to copy, highlight the source. Because I'm not going to indulge this.
Okay, so we are on Google Doc. We are on a Google Doc. On this Google Doc, you see all of this stuff up here, file, edit, blah, 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 blah. We're going to go to add-ons. And then you're going to push get add-ons. And we are going to push easy div. I already installed it earlier, so your guys, mine says manage, but your guys should say install. So again, add-ons, get add-ons, and then easy div. Yours guys will probably be the first one. So again, there's like tables, add-ons. So go to the add-ons. Yep, and then get add-ons. You want the easy div, yep. Yep.
didn't do any.
Well, then you bibliography by hand. It sucks. I didn't know that this was a thing. Really are. Anyway, okay, so we are going to do manage add-ons. I'm sorry, no, don't listen to me. Listen to me now. You're going to do EasyBib creator and then manage bibliography. Oh my gosh, not speak. That one word. So again, add-ons, EasyBib, manage it. And then this is where you guys can cite a source.
I already did my source.
So you guys have your sources, but now we need to actually put it into a format. This is the format that you're going to put it into. You guys can use your book for one source. You guys should have a current event for the other source. And the final source is up to you, whatever you want to have. It can be a picture, it can be a template, whatever you want to do. So for the War of the Worlds in Time Machine, you can put, it's actually right here because we searched it earlier, the Time Machine and the War of the Worlds, and then you have to put Holt because that's the publication. So you search it in the books, and then you just push add bibliography to doc.
How do I get that from you?
How you get the thing on the side, you do add-ons, EasyBib, creator, manage bibliography. What? It's the best thing ever. It really does make it easier. It's more of a hassle to do it by hand. Yeah, for Fahrenheit, you might have to look around a little bit. Let's see here. Fahrenheit 451. Fahrenheit 451. Miss Laura, what did you say? Again for Fahrenheit?
I have to look it up.
Okay. Tyler, what's your question? What's up?
It was just all that come up.
Okay, so for, you have to put the time machine. Hold on, I don't know if it's going to work. So the time machine and the War of the Worlds, and then you have to put Holt, search, and then it's the very first one. This is if you have War of the Worlds. Yep, if you don't have War of the Worlds, don't put this in here. We are doing this because you guys have used information that you guys didn't create yourself. And when you do that, that's like if you did it and you didn't have any sources, and that would be plagiarism. And then later on, you can get in a lot of trouble for plagiarism, like they get you out of college, and it's pretty
How many of you are Fahrenheit 451? If you're Fahrenheit 451 and you were working off the copy, like the paper copy with the binder clip that was printed out for you, what you're going to do is you're going to type in to your box here, Fahrenheit 451 complete text, and click on website. Because yours was actually from the web. It wasn't actually from the book. If you have the book, then you just type in Fahrenheit 451. Look on the inside cover who the publisher is. Look at the publisher's name. And it'll get you the right one. Anybody need help with that one? You guys all good? So you will have to go for like articles and most of your psychology. If you Google psychology today, put in your thematic idea, find an article. Yeah. Well, no, because it's on the web. It's always where you found it, so you put it in as well. Yep. It is, it's technically a magazine, but they publish it. Sporting psychology today is good for it. What's that?
You're still gonna get hate no matter what you do as a teacher. That'd be awesome if you did that wonderful. It's true.
He wants to show anyone who
Not really.
sign your groups and stuff.
I have to work out that stuff.
And then
I'll finalize.
someone.
Add something to your website.
Yeah. Okay. What's up?
I sent you.
You're the one that said I was.
I'll send you that.
I knew Eli.
That's kind of the best thing ever. How did you find
Called
yourself?
Eli out on it.
Picture of the same.
I honestly thought you were cool, especially since I thought you were like playing everyone.
Where's your company?
PSY. Oh.
Okay, so because you put it in your folder, you know how you have like a header? You have a header over here. No, you're not. But I'm not saying that you put your header in the header for statement. So that's what everything.
You have to
It's
go
just
to.
if I put like hi, it would be hi, exactly. So where you want. Yeah. I would, see this is what I'm talking about formatting, I wouldn't worry about like actual formatting.
How would you?
So whenever you're done with the biography, the rest of the hour is just formatting.
Just work.
Um,
So that had, we had to draw. Like they was creating.
what you need? Oh, excellent. Oh, I don't know. Don't do that. No.
That's the frame. That's what it should
What month did you have?
We should try to run it.
Yeah, we're not gonna reach out.
I see a hand. I will come around. I hear you. Hold on.
That one right there? Cool, so you have the video. Next.
It's the site, it's the site, real one, yeah. Why are we saying I don't even know what. Yeah.
I'm so proud of you, my friend.
Yeah.
But in the job.
I mean, it does matter, but it's 1995. Well, not everything. Who else had a hand? Who else had a hand?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know which.
yep. So for Fahrenheit, we're gonna pick.
Hey, Miss Laura, so there's a thing to sign for having 4 sources,
Uh-huh.
and then a thing for bibliography.
Uh-huh.
Are those the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's because like some people might have the 4 sources, but then might not have the bibliography, or they might have the bibliography but might only have 2 sources. So you got to make sure that you have the 3 sources.
So those 2 are together. I remember Trish knocked it down to 4 sources.
Mrs. Ward.
What's that?
What's up?
Oh, gotcha.
I realized that my thing about ignorance is not necessarily
So what does?
it's still ignorance, but it's not about dehumanization.
Probably going to be the website. Or you can just use psychology.com.
So then you're seeing this about the fact that, and then you're
If you know the actual article, try to search that, but if not, you can just use it. Okay? You know what it's like, you know what? Yeah.
I don't even know.
You're good?
Thank you.
Yep. So,
I told him like my website URL for the geography can use, and that's one thing that helps me get this.
that's good. That's fine. Yeah. So right now it's fine. Yep, exactly. Based off of whatever current idea you have. So, I'm planning on doing something. You're set. Yeah, because you're so all over the place, is that what you're saying? Yeah, I would just say Facebook, because I just don't know, so I just like the numbers, that's most of the time, and then you can just use that in. Okay?
Super water.
Dude, it's so Miss Ward. Look at that. Oh, it's right. Okay, so like you said, how there's other sources. I had all these 4 sources.
So cool. So what you do, because these are all web sources, all you gotta do copy that, so Control C.
And then just paste it.
And so yeah, change this on the website here. And then what happens is, it's right there.
Alright.
Well, that's like Google Drive, and it'll add it as and then ultimately, you don't have to hit this button every single one added in. But when you do, every time you hit it, it automatically changes it over so that it's right.
Okay. So all 4 of these? Or
You got it? Yeah.
Like what?
Yep, it's both, it's meant world plural.
Is, can we present this spell out?
You'll do that.
Is that under?
Yeah, yep.
So then what is
So these are your members.
Yeah, just source the market show. Do it.
I think she's like.
I don't know. But I do finance first. I do financial.
There we go.
I don't know any of the besides Fat Tuesday. I know, but like Fat Tuesday, each
Work rate.
It's like before the
Now let's see.
Dude, you wanna know what I give up? I give up.
You put egg.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Because it's not like you ever use those.
See you second.
I think she was
Yours. Should I cite Pokemon?
So you can just search it. Her name is like Kelly something, and then you can just put her new backs and just go and tell us if there's anything on there.
I got all of them. So am I done now?
Look at us all alphabetized and pretty looking.
So we need like 3 to 4, and then I don't know what else
Nope. You'll put that at the bottom for your whatever order it is. So then it comes to your endnotes. Genre 1, that's when you'll tell me.
Yeah.
Like functional, the literacy, whatever one it was. You do need a title for all your stuff. Not the diary ones, like the diary one is obviously the diary one, but you do need a title for everything. That might be. Yeah, the dear reader is fine too. The dear reader will just be the dear reader.
And then for like the endnotes.
Endnotes should be say endnotes on the top, and then do the endnotes.
Nope. Did you use any of these articles?
And your store should have a title.
Reading the topic for the other year?
Yep. What's that? No.
Like you still need
Yeah. Yeah, just as long as you're asking. Yeah. Okay. Then yeah.
So this is for the whole book.
Yeah.
Actually,
You got it?
Okay.
thing, 'cause we moved on.
There was one about this guy how do I get
I'm just trying to figure out the story.
Last night I did table of contents, dear reader,
Okay, so for table of contents,
speech.
you guys can actually make your own table of contents right in your Google Doc.
That's the only one.
Couple of things that you have to do. So for any of your titles, I only have a works cited on here, so it's not going to be the same as your guys's, where you have like your narrative story. We were talking with another group. Please make sure that with everything you have creative titles. So I should never see narrative story. It should have a creative title, or I shouldn't see. What is another one? Like your guys' newspaper has all been really creative, but please don't put like narrative, functional, any of that stuff until you get to your endnotes. So with this, you guys are obviously going to have all your stuff. You're going to start by whatever your title is. You're going to do, instead of normal text, you're going to do heading 1. And it will change all these headings. And then you're going to do insert, table of contents at the very bottom. And it'll have it like this. So then your works cited will be your second page. It will really not be your second page, obviously. Your second, my numbers will not be the same as your numbers. Very long story short. So again, making sure that whatever your title is, you do heading 1. And then whatever page you want your table of contents to be on, as long as all of this is in the certain headings, you can go insert, table of contents at the very bottom, just like that. That makes sense? Heading 1. Yep. That makes sense? Okay, so let me do an example. Natalie, I'm going to use yours as an example. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is Natalie's project. So we're going to change all of this. Normal text, we're going to do heading 1. Whatever this is, we're going to do heading 1. This is going to be, she's going to obviously have to put this on another page, so we'll do insert. But then this would be like this.
Mine just did it.
Okay, I don't know why I did that. Oh, it's because my thing is compressed. Hold on. This is where formatting gets really annoying. Okay, so then Natalie has all of these ones that are in this heading. Obviously, there's more that she has to change. So then Natalie is going to do insert, table of contents, and now it says that her dear reader is on page 3, her next one. And it's nice too because it gives you an automatic click on this hyperlink. Does that make a little bit more sense now?
Okay.
Sure? I can come up and help you guys format. Okay, does that make sense? I'll come around.
So with the pictures, if we took a picture for our cover, we need them, or what we cited.
Yeah.
So you have to copy and paste or?
Why did you do that?
How would you do that for like the diary?
So you can just put, I mean, I guess you can have, you'll have to do it in title. So it's your diary, and so you can put like diary, and then a space, and then put your diary. You know what I'm saying? So then push enter, and then go above it, and push diary. And then link. It's animal text. You're gonna put heading 1, and then you can center that. And then that'll be better. I mean, but yes and no, because yes, you need a title on all of them, but this is the only one where it's gonna look kind of silly. If you go to your narrative story, whatever your narrative story is called, that's what you would put in your title. Exactly. Does that make more sense? Your title page is not gonna have anything. Like, that's good. You're not gonna, title pages aren't in table of contents.
Yep.
So,
Perfect.
yep, totally fine. You know what you do. So then you have your title page will be your first one, which it is. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Your stuff is
Every time I write something, my narrative story.
It's not messed up, but it's not nice. So yours is a good one.
Nice. And then you got this.
So you would just have to do by hand. Because I mean, you can change it, but honestly, you're gonna save time to do it by hand.
I had both of them.
Okay, so is all of your stuff changed? So you're gonna wanna change like that.
I literally wrote.
Let's tell the subject change like that. And you're gonna wanna make sure.
I'm done. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know the ways.
I think you should laugh. It'll be stuff.
No, like it doesn't make sense.
Oh, also, please don't have any of your narrative stories ending with a character waking up. I ranted about that in achievement hour. If your character dies, I don't care about that. But please don't have your character wake up and have the entire thing be a dream, because that's really lame. Maybe.
You have to do it like all these characters. I had to assassin run it down.
You're gonna have to format it a little bit differently. Like, so features so good. And then this, hopefully, will change the numbers. Because obviously, it's not solid.
I know it's fun.
And then yours will
Yeah, that would be sweet.
I'm gonna laugh.
I don't know if you go all at once, but I just want to do it all at once. Okay, so first we're gonna do.
No. I didn't really.
No, blew up. Do you have to save and move that?
Yeah, have it on.
That's what I was trying to think about.
First, yeah,
You can't copy and paste this. Plagiarizing.
Alright, sorry.
Do you have all change? When you're back.
Got cited. Oh, wait, okay.
When you're back with your camera.
He goes like that.
that's what you need.
Ridiculous. Found your multi-eye guy.
Unless you did it all and then you really pull back, then you can just answer it.
And then files could add more members list. That little button right there.
I'm on my way. It's weird that it's doing that, but it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, so, like, what now?
Are they all, you got them all done?
Yeah.
And you're happy with them?
Yeah.
Maybe like dehumanizing.
Do I hear it all at the same time?
No, no, no.
Because you're printing it out.
I've written that.
twice now, and every time I go back to it, it's deleted.
Check on this. Did you do anything to it today?
What's
No, well, I double spaced.
My cover, right?
No, that was there. I had like all two pages.
Or like all about her, yeah. Yeah, that's what I meant. I would think that I should play them. Or strike that reverse. Why are you giggling? Okay, it's kind of weird, but all of these are different. Like this. Oh, no, I guess you're right, you're right, you're right.
Because I was like my diary.
Yeah.
Not that part, right?
I can choose
I
those.
was watching it.
I was like, said something.
When did you write the second piece of it?
This is why though we're double
Last week
checking.
Thursday?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's where I'm on right now. That's not it, right? That's where you ended last week.
Yep.
I'm going back through the advanced edit.
So here's the one that I have. Where they all exactly the same.
And you don't have a duplicate of that doc?
Oh, yeah, I got one.
Yeah, just kind of all of you.
Why the heck were you working on this?
I was.
Serious, last night I got it all.
Wow. Oh, paper was like. That and added it in.
So this one you go down.
Cut those.
Oh.
So I'm just looking at the first step.
Sure. Yeah, I'll let you see my
It's better if you didn't use your,
Anything like that.
That stinks. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Sorry about that.
But I have a question about my title page. Is the title page like covered? Is that like what we decorate?
No. Yeah, title page would be just like your name. It's got that information. Your cover is this.
Okay. And then for the title page, do I make it on here or do I just?
Yeah, you totally can.
This is write out question. Then like
most of your stuff, you still
in the
have
document.
Yes.
So I have this thing out. This is what I did like.
Cool.
But these are also do it different.
Oh, do you have the rest of your stuff in one doc? And don't worry about it. She was only saying that for those people, they have all of their stuff in one document. There's an easy way to do it, but that's fine. Yeah, so you can install
Let me see.
Yes.
I have.
You're good.
Put your name in.
I would need to tell you.
Oh,
Oh, you got it.
So you, yeah, that's fine. I would say take
All
all
you
you
have
can
is that one line.
do. You have your cover, and then you have your title page, right? Okay. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, this is the cover, and then the first and second side, that would be your title. I would say, look, where I would.
thought we were gonna say John.
This is
We're
a
not
really
taking
good
it.
question
So how do we make it fit?
that I don't
We're just gonna put it together and I think we're gonna keep it. Okay, so this is your cover. And then you step inside, it's like book. So you have a book and then you normally have, this might not have it, because it's kind of, yeah, it does, okay. And then you have your title page. Cover, title page, cover, title page. Same thing with here. Cover is going to be super decorative. And then when you first enter, your very first thing should be your title page. Does that make sense? Okay.
That's weird, I don't know.
So it's going to be, this is going to be your cover, and then it's just going to be all in, and we're going to paste it. So, do you want this here, or do you want this on your title page? Okay. Cover is going to be different than your title page. Cover, you're going to decorate it.
Every once in a while.
You're just going to be paper clip, and then you're just going to flip sideways.
Oh, I see.
You get it?
Yeah.
Title page is your title, and then your name, hour, date.
So it's only gonna be like, you like take it out.
Exactly. I don't want you guys to staple it. Yeah, I don't want you to staple it. I just want a paper clip it. Maybe I'll change my mind later, but in my head, that sounds like a better idea than. Yeah, it sounds like a better idea in my head. I don't know if it's going to turn out because a lot of ideas in my head don't turn out very well, but we're just going to try it. What's up? No,
I feel like add anything. You want to copy that?
Yep, exactly. Also, please make sure that nothing is in the heading besides like page numbers. Okay, stop. And then I'll come to you guys so you don't get crazy.
Just a quick run through. Nothing's on the wall.
Like how to do it?
It's literally just your name and hour. So you don't have all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you're going to do whenever you do this, I'm
Your name is.
okay,
All
so
it
then you're
is
going to do
like,
heading one,
it's not fancy.
and then
My name is
like
Bob.
our names.
And the date, and
Exactly. So
then.
then whenever you're done, you're going to do format.
Just gonna find
Yep. What's up, Tyler?
Put these into the and I just sources.
Okay, so what you can do instead, you're just going to have to either A, you can rearrange all your stuff, or you can do a hand-made table of contents, like you're just going to type it out, like whatever the page is, dot, 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 you do that, and do that way, you can do that, that's fine. Let me look.
Could I just like, or do I just want some?
Okay, so for your stuff, I don't like it like this. You're actually gonna, that's a really special slide. It should be title page and then she switch. I don't. What if I don't like them?
Jump out of the car.
Okay, yeah, I don't like it. I would just switch it, because to me it looks good. If you never see a table of contents that's like that, you always see the other thing. I can sign off on it, that's fine, but it does have to be changed where title page is here. And you don't even have to do title pages, because normally I table of contents, title pages are even on there. Okay, that's fine if you have it towards the end, but I'm just saying to me it looks kind of silly, like if when you print it off it still has a title page, but most times table of contents does. Yep. So the table of contents will be page 2, do your reader page 3, and then genre 1 you don't even have to have, we can just have whatever the title is. For genre 1, same thing with genre 2, all of this stuff, same thing. And then if your speech goes on more than one page, you can put like 7, and then your next thing should be 9. So you don't have to tell me that this is on 6 pages. Does that make sense? Okay.
I got point stock, but I don't switch.
I mean, yeah, because it looks really good. Because frankly, I've never seen a table of contents do that, and it's about formatting and just like I understand it's like it sounds silly, but it's about making it like that extra professional step. And table of contents normally don't have every single one, like page 1, page 2. They don't have those. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah.
Will I put page?
Yes. You want to put title, and then dot, 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 and then page number.
Little dash.
What else we got? Speech. Yes, that's so exciting. What else we got?
Sure, the time.
Perfect. What else we got in here?
There's some professors when you get to college that are going to use those.
Okay.
What do we do? Is this one you drop?
Yeah, you don't even have to sign up on that page. Just put everything. Bibliography, perfect.
The genres or page?
The sources I'm not going to find, there's no timeline. Like, that's just going to be through. No, that's just so you know that you have it. You don't need it.
The genres or page?
They might be page 4 through 8, but they might be longer. So some people have longer stuff. Yeah, exactly.
So, so does all this like.
There we go.
Good. So that's one page.
Yep. Yep. So you actually don't need extra space between any of these paragraphs. So you can just get rid of it. And then you just want to make sure that you have a title for it. And it's creative. Yep. Perfect. Because I planned it. Let's just on it right now. Yeah, let's
Do you want to do it in the bathroom? Something like
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, nice. Yeah. No, I have it. Is it? So,
I've seen a friend, so.
can I look at it? See everything? Are these all in different docs?
Yeah, Miss works at that.
No, that's fine. So this, sorry, this can all be 12-point font. Yeah. Some of it, if like the diary, if it makes sense, that's fine. But 14 is just gonna waste a lot of space. And then everything should be double spaced. And then this, just because it's gonna look weird. Like that. And then I'm gonna get 958, and you can hold these. Oh no! Okay, and same thing with the rest of these.
Once you do the table,
Okay, and then I would go back and make sure that everything is double spaced. Newspaper articles, everything is in 12-point font. What's that?
So we don't need it.
Nope, you don't need anything up there. And then for narrative story, make sure it has a creative title. There you go. And then same thing for you, for your speech, you don't need that stuff right there on the side.
Oh.
Like my name, title, you don't need any of that. So like, yeah, here it's all that. Okay, we do only have a couple more minutes. As you can see, formatting does take quite a while. Please, please, please come in during Achieve if you're able to so we can finish formatting. I'm going to be here after school for a little bit. I'll be here before school tomorrow. This stuff does have to get printed today. Today it has to be ready by tomorrow. We can't have the printer didn't work excuse. So whatever you got to do to make sure, because I'm going to be really upset if you're presenting your project on a Google Doc. I'm very, very, very upset. And I don't want to be upset. It's going to be Friday. Like, I don't want that. Please make sure your Chromebooks are plugged in. If you couldn't hear us, we were reading off kids' names when you guys first got in. So we are recording if you don't plug in your thingamabobber. And by that, I mean a computer. So.
Is the sources
Nope, so sources and bibliography are different. Like, they're the same thing, but they're different. So, like, you could have a bibliography, but only have one source. Or you could have one source, but not have a bibliography. So that's why I wanted to do a different one.
Honestly, it's yeah. What?
You know what you're doing? Green.
Hell no.
I don't know why she's so why is she teaching us this?
What? Fucking yells in your ears all hour.
Just didn't make it sad.
Why a blueberry?
This makes me want to
Yeah, and your shirt has to be 12 font in double spaced, otherwise you don't like that. So now I have to read all that. Tie it around her neck. She's probably the worst teacher I've ever had. What happened?
I wasn't punching it. I'm sorry.
Hey, Natalie. Hey, Logan. Morgan.
Shelley Carberry. Shelley Carberry? No, that's the wrong way to say it. Yeah, that's the way it is. Oh, yeah. Shelley Carberry.
Are we just doing that? Five?
Sorry, I was walking.
I can't promise anything if I was working.
Hey, Logan.
Log the hog?
7:30?
I'll show you.
What was that? Don't say maybe, say yes. Good morning. See you 7:30.
Yeah.
But I'll see you 7:30 on Saturday and 2:30 on Sunday.
Dude, you give me a call.
7:30 on Saturday.
No, I don't. You don't talk to me.
Talk to next week. Talk to next week. I know Tyler, you know.
Where we going?
You know, see Greece.
What number are you?
Yeah. I'm
At what point? Oh, yeah. No fair warn.
I just feel weird because she's kind of a teacher. And am I outside? Okay, sorry.
Wow. Wow.
I just felt like I should. I'm checking.
You're on the real estate right now.
Yeah. Number one is gone. Oh, it's here.
I like that.
Yeah, but you love art.
I
And then, the one for statute.
It has all my and like, usually in housing, about figure outside of the job.
I'm gonna take it if I stay. What?
Did they tell you?
Yes, it did.
My face is pretty hurt.
That stinks so bad, girl.
Someone check my